part, take off your hats, please, and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sure.
Can I have a roll call, Mr. Vice President?
Certainly.
My next door neighbor, Jeanette,
President Thomas.
Here.
right there.
Vice President Benjamin, here.
My friend,
Joseph Lazarovitz.
friend.
John Hendry.
Here.
Jeffrey Lynn.
Here.
Jacob Lynn.
Here.
1 second. John Camara.
Here.
Jerry Martin.
Here.
Penny Meyer. Maria Skelton.
Not yet.
Not here.
Okay. Carino De La Cuesta.
Here.
Paul Anand.
Present.
Kathleen Padden.
Here.
Stacy Rains.
Something's coming down tonight.
Jerry, did I call your name?
Yes.
Are there any more agendas?
1 second.
Oh, man. Why does he?
Jeremy
Here.
Penosa?
Pessoa.
Pessoa.
What is? Priscilla?
I thought I called Kathleen's name. Jason Ackerman.
Here.
Called him. Called him. Called him. Yep.
All right.
Just say it. It's a
Yep.
little
No, you didn't.
Oh, Kathleen?
George,
I said
Okay.
here.
You, Mr. Jerry.
swearing the lady. Okay.
All right, so we have a quorum and we can
Sad
officially
I'm here.
conduct business.
With me.
The first order of business is going to be us ratifying the agenda. I'm going to make a motion on the floor that we ratify this agenda that we set last Monday. Do I have a second?
Second.
With that, I'm calling for the vote on the ratification of the agenda. Howard, can you take
George.
the vote?
You want to do it
She's
by,
not getting a vote,
She's going to be sworn in right after we ratify the agenda.
but she doesn't get to vote on the ratification.
she hasn't, have you completed your ethics training and all your training? Okay, okay, all right.
This is a parliamentary formality. It's not that big of a deal either way, so let's just get past
We
this
don't
vote
have
and we'll swear her
order
in
for
and continue
tonight
with the
either, do
agenda.
we?
Okay,
So, call for the vote on the ratification of the agenda.
seconded, was seconded
Okay,
by Jason Ackerman.
very good.
All right. I wish I had a vote for him. 1 second. Okay. George Thomas?
Yes.
Howard Benjamin, yes. Joseph Lazarovitz? Are you voting yes? John Hendry?
Yes.
Jeffrey Lynn?
Yes.
Jacob Lynn?
Yes.
John Camara?
Yes.
Jerry Martin?
Yes.
Penny Meyer?
Yes.
Maria Skelton still absent.
Here.
Carino De La Cuesta?
Yes.
Paul Anand?
Yes.
Kathleen Padden?
Yes.
Stacy Rains?
21 or something?
Jeremy Pessoa?
Yes.
Jason Ackerman?
Yes.
Have I missed anyone? Passes.
Very good.
He's not here.
Moving on to comments from the chair, the president. At this time, we are going to swear in Miss Marin, right?
Ms. Marin,
Thank you.
Swear in.
Congratulations on your election.
our seat right here.
So this will be short and sweet. I'll read it to you real quick, and then we'll, it's really not that much here. Just repeat after me.
Okay.
I state your name, will uphold the bylaws of the Van Nuys Neighborhood Council,
I, Veronica Marin, will
uphold the bylaws of the Van Nuys Neighborhood Council.
uphold the bylaws of the Neighborhood Council.
I state your name, will also preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
I, Veronica Marin,
Will preserve, protect, and defend
will preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
Congratulations, you're officially a councilor.
Thank you. I will.
So I think there's a spot in between Q and
Yeah,
John. Come here.
she's good right here.
Right there.
Come on down.
There you go. What's her name?
I approve the both meetings.
You,
Yes, I approve the both meetings.
okay.
Thank you for the agenda.
Oh, very good.
And also, I would like to make a comment for April 13. I didn't receive the email,
Okay.
so that's why I was not able, and I was absent in that meeting.
Okay, no problem. You're
Thank you.
with us now, so have a seat. And,
It's all good.
Come on down. No, you're over here.
Right here.
You're on the council now.
There you go.
All right, so in no
A
particular
microphone, too.
order at all, we're going to item 4, public comment. Candy, do you want to go first? Ladies first, Mr. President. All right.
We gotta get you one of
Let's
these.
see. How about Brenda?
And business card.
There she is.
Remember all these things.
Did I give you my business card? Yes. Oh, you have it? Okay. When you get one, it will look similar.
Wow.
It will look similar. But your title will be different.
Oh, what's that?
Well, good evening, Council. We just wanted to come from NCADD, San Fernando Valley. As you know, we've been working with you guys for the past couple of years, and last year you guys actually sponsored us, and this is what came out of it, and it's basically the drug kit that we take to educate parents and other members of the community on, bringing drug awareness. So we just wanted to go ahead and show you what you sponsored, and to also personally thank you for all the support that you guys have given us as a nonprofit, and just all the work that you guys do for Van Nuys, and we definitely enjoy working with you guys and bettering this community. And also, we went ahead and put a plaque that states that you guys gifted us this kit, so we thank you.
Hold it up so I can get a shot of it. Very nice.
Thank you, Brenda. All right, up
All right,
next,
because I'm sure.
Kathy Schreiner. There it is, Kathy Schreiner.
And Susie, we're together, come on up.
Kathy and Susie, come on down.
No, you can stand.
Okay. Well, hello, good afternoon. My name is Susana Carmona, and I'm with SBCC, and I represent Best Start, Panorama City, and Neighbors. And we would like to extend an invitation to our resource fair that we're hosting next week?
21st.
On the 21st, next week. And I'll introduce Kathy. I'm sure you've seen her around. She comes to your meetings all the time. So, Kathy, take it away.
Thank you. So I'm Kathy Schreiner, and I am a resident of Van Nuys, and I was in that orphan territory that you adopted. So now I actually even am in your territory, and I brought my shirt so you'd see. So it says Panorama City, but our territory includes North Van Nuys down to Van Owen, as well as North Hills East. So this resource fair, and we don't have all of these as colors, but I'll pass out what we have, is for the community, and it focuses primarily on parents and children. And we really hope that parents, especially with young children, because First Five focuses on children 0 to 5. So we've asked every agency that has a booth there to have an interactive activity for parents and children to do together that's oriented around learning. And so that's the emphasis that we have. And then we as a Best Start, also our focus is on the parents, giving them a lot of help, with parenting and linking them to community resources. So we hope to make you even more familiar with us, but we definitely wanted to let people know about this event.
I'll give you my number.
So if anybody in the audience would actually be interested in going,
We'll have the flyers on the resource table that you guys have
All right.
So thank you.
Number is on your card.
Thank you.
Kathy,
Wherever you put my
Kathy,
card.
I have one.
Thank you
Maybe
very
you
much.
left it in your house.
Herman Cox.
Pardon? Oh, that's in your office.
Hello, Herman Cox with the Mid-Valley Youth Club. Just wanted to give you guys an update on what I discussed last month.
Your name is fine.
As you know, we're a youth organization that we provide cheer and tackle football for boys and girls ages 2 through 14. And we're using Van Nuys High School. And recently, we found out once the coach was fired, they told us that we were no longer able to use the facility. So now we're in a situation where we need to find a new facility for our kids to be able to practice and play their home games at. I did reach out to Monica Ratliff's office last month. I spoke to David. She did not get back to me, but she did have Rhonda Sparks call me from the local district, the local Northeast district, who does not oversee Van Nuys High School, but she told me that a woman by the name of Irene Highland would contact me. She never contacted me, so I did call Rhonda Sparks back. And I still have not heard anything as of now. Our season starts officially July 11th, so we're running out of time, but we need to definitely find a location to practice and have our home games. We do use Van Nuys Recreation Center for the majority of our practices, but as well as you probably know, they have the field fenced off because they just replaced the grass or they reseeded the field. So we don't even know if that's going to be available for us come July. So I'm asking that if you guys can give us some help with finding a place so we can have a facility for our youth to practice, it would be a real big help at this point because, you know, July 11th is really right around the corner.
Does anybody on the council have any ideas? This gentleman is with the Mid-Valley Youth Club. They have a funding request of $2,500 on our agenda at 8:00. So whenever we get to that, probably around midnight. We're here right now.
Have you tried reaching out to school board member Schmerlson's office?
No.
You might want to try
I
that.
was only given Monica Ratliff's number at the last meeting.
All right. Try. I know a field deputy for Schmerlson. I'll provide you with that off the record.
Do you have your card, Jason? You
Uh,
can come in with your card.
Yeah.
What about the municipal golf course, you know, Balboa?
It's a golf course.
It's Van Nuys, it's not us,
Well,
but there's all those soccer fields
yeah,
and
have you
baseball
looked
fields.
into, like, at the Sepulveda Basin there by the
Right.
cricket fields and the
I don't know.
Japanese garden over by those golf courses?
No.
Okay, who runs that actually?
Balboa Recreation,
It's Park and Rec.
Park and Recreation.
Does he do?
So,
Football.
It,
Yeah.
is that still Mary's office? That's good. Guillermo, is that you guys?
I
over
would
there,
go
like
through
Balboa
Rexham
by the
Park.
cricket fields? Okay, so Guillermo, do you have a card? Can you loop him in? We're gonna try to find a place to play tackle football. in Van Nuys. Okay.
Thank you.
Good. Okay, Guillermo is our contact for that office. So this gentleman here, this is Mr. Cox.
And it's
Cool.
Mary
Thank you, sir.
Martinez is the
You're good.
CD6.
All right, Rosemary, did you want to come and introduce the gentleman that's been on our agenda for the? I don't know. No, it's part of it.
Okay, everyone, I'm very happy that this evening we're able to have Guillermo Torres, who works with CLU, Clergy and Laity United for Economic Justice. Their main office is downtown, but in this time of the electoral campaign season, immigration has been one of the big issues, and it's been an ongoing issue. And I listened to him at a different meeting that I attended, and it was so enlightening. I felt that it would be to our mutual benefit if he would share what he can on this issue, and if there's time, a few questions and answers. While he's speaking to you, I'll pass out some of the literature that he brought.
Thank you, Rosemary. Good evening, Council, and good evening, public. Thank you, Rosemary, for inviting me here to come and speak about a very important issue, which is the humanitarian crisis of Central America unaccompanied refugee minors and their families. I want to begin by sharing an email request that I received yesterday
Thank you.
from one of our faith leaders in the LA area. And this was the email that came by from one of her employees. My sister-in-law came from Honduras with her 12-year-old son. She came to this country freeing from the gangs. Gang participations have been growing in Honduras and is now becoming a very serious problem. Her son was approached at school by a gang member and was told that he had to sell drugs and join the gang. My sister-in-law did not want that life for her son. She's a single mom of 2, but was forced to leave one behind to save her 12-year-old's life. On her way, she turned herself into immigration. They put an ankle monitor and was relieved under custody. I'm the only one who's a citizen here. She has a court date for May the 16th. This story helps explain why in the summer of 2014, one of the top news stories was the rise of unaccompanied refugee minors from Central America, from the region that is known as the Northern Triangle, El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala, of children under the age of 18 arriving at the U.S. border seeking refuge. These children were forced to embark on a very dangerous journey to escape for their lives. And it's not just children that are freeing, but it's also mothers and women that are also freeing those areas. Why are they freeing? Why are they escaping and leaving those countries? 3 main reasons. One, extreme violence, crushing poverty, and abandonment. Today I want to highlight a little bit for you guys about, I want to focus on the extreme violence that's happening in those countries.
You only have 7 seconds left.
Oh, I was told I was going to have 15 minutes. Yeah.
15 minutes?
No, this is a public
No,
comment.
we have 15 minutes.
Where is it? What letter
Where is it on the agenda?
It's not on the agenda.
Folks, he's been on the agenda every month. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. He's come a long way.
All right, continue.
Okay, I'll try to be as
All right,
fast as possible.
Keep in mind that we have a full slate of elections tonight, and we are living on borrowed time. I understand that, but you understand that we have to elect a board tonight, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts. If we run over, who are we going to blame? That's not going to play. That's not going to play.
Okay.
All right.
Doesn't work.
Okay, I'll try to be as brief as possible. Okay. The following data was released by the Center for American Progress that states the following: August 2015 was the most deadly month in El Salvador since the Civil War ended in 1992, with an average of 1 murder occurring every hour. San Pedro Sula, Honduras had a homicide rate of 111 per 100,000 people, making it the second most dangerous city in the world after Caracas, Venezuela. San Salvador, the capital of El Salvador, was the 3rd most violent city in the world in 2015. Gangs are drivers of much of the violence, with more than 85,000 gang members spread throughout the region in these 3 countries. Also, organized crime is rampant, with citizens of those countries reporting that they pay about $650 million annually to criminal groups who threaten them with death and violence if they fail to pay extortion fees. About a week ago, I was at a call to do a translation for a young lady from Guatemala who had flee also violence, and she shared the story how her brother in Guatemala was approached by the gangbangers and asked them to go collect fees from businesses, and he refused, and he fled to the U.S., and then they went after the young sister, and said that if you need to tell us where your brother is at, or you need to go collect extortion fees from businesses for us, or if not, we're going to harm your family. And it's not only the young people who are being targeted and not recruited but targeted by the gangs, but also El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala are also among the top 5 countries in the world with the worst female homicide rates. According to a report conducted by the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, the women freeing described being raped, assaulted, extorted, threatened by members of heavily armed criminal groups, including gangs and drugs cartel. They describe seeing family members murdered or abducted and watching their children being forcefully recruited by those groups. Why is it important to know this? To know this information? Because many times in the news we hear that these children, unaccompanied minors, are coming for reasons, economic reasons, or to take advantage of our system. But by hearing these statistics and these reports by different agencies and the United Nations Commission on Refugees, these are the facts of really what's happening in those countries. I'm going to skip the long-term solutions so we could talk about how many children are actually in your neighborhoods here. We actually have a committee of interfaith leaders here in the San Fernando Valley. We have a welcoming center at the United Methodist Church here at North Hills that's helping about 50 of these families, unaccompanied minors and their families that arrive from Central America that have asylum cases right now currently in the court systems. When the rise happened in 2014, there were about 60,000 unaccompanied minors, children under the age of 18 that arrived at our borders, about 60,000 back in 2014. The Office of Refugee and Resettlement said that in LA County alone, LA, Southern California area, there was about 3,000 children that were released to their family sponsors. And in this area here, there's about 300 to 400 children, unaccompanied minors from Central America that are around this area in the San Fernando Valley. How can you get involved? Well, we have back when we saw this crisis happening, we responded by convening the interfaith leaders, local agencies, government agencies, the mayor's office. The Office of Immigrant Affairs is one of the agencies, part of this coalition that we have about 40, 50 agencies, 6 legal agencies, including KIND, Kistanita Defense, Caresan Public Counsel, Esperanza, Immigrant Rights Project, Immigrant Defenders Law Center. We have mentor agencies also helping these kids because a lot of them were traumatized in their countries of origin. In addition to that, we have some of the county board of supervisors, part of this coalition, where we are coming together as a network to respond to the crisis by doing collaboration for resources, from transportation tokens, from gift cards, so they could go to the groceries. Because remember, these children, when they came, they actually came here without anything. And there's a lot of other more stories. If you see the picture of the on the last paper that I gave, on the last page, you see the picture of these kids receiving backpack. This was a donation by World Vision of 1,800 backpacks for about 1,800 of these children that we distributed to the agencies. They also provided a cash grant for the disaster relief to provide emergency shelter for some of these families and other items to these families. So if you wanted more information or you want to get involved, please, I'll have a sign-up sheet. I can't stay here too long because I have a newborn baby that I have to go back to and help my wife with. But I thank you guys for giving me the opportunity, the council and the public. And thank you so much, Rosemary, for me.
All right, next up we have Jose Navarrete. Did I pronounce that right? Close enough?
You did that.
It's a double R, so is that
You could have rolled it, but you did good.
Well, let's, how do you
Navarrete. Just playing with you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jose Navarrete. Last year, I attended an event at the Music Center. It was, they had DJs on. It was actually very fun. And I've also attended the Granada Hills food trucks. I've attended a Ciclavia event we had earlier this year. And I couldn't help but notice Mr. Anad's, he looks like a familiar face. I've actually DJ'd for his event at the 7-Eleven last year. So I'm not sure if I'm in the right place to state this, but I would like for us to bring what the Music Center had here to the Civic Center. It was just a DJ on friendly music. What I mean friendly music is 80s and pop and nothing that would attract no rap. Right. So I would there's nothing wrong with rap, but I mean I would just like to make it a friendly environment, kind of like to invite the city, make Van Nuys a place where, I lived and grew up in Van Nuys. I graduated from Van Nuys High School. Make it a friendlier place. opposed to us going over the hills and going to the city to, and I quote, party or whatever. The reason why I think this would be a good idea, it's just so we can get, we can get food trucks out here if we want, just to get the public involved. Maybe, local local businesses like Mr. Anaj can attend there. So that's just my pitch. I don't know where to go from here. I just wanted to state that to everyone here tonight. Thank you.
Maybe, if you already have a relationship with Paul, maybe reach out to him and we'll see what we can do,
Okay. And this would be in the summer. I'm thinking July or August.
Well, we already have.
Having a block party at the end of June. Maybe we are doing it.
There's a live stage. There is no.
Really?
It's a live stage.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I have my equipment. Yeah, I have it all. Awesome. Definitely. I'll set up over there in the back. I do take requests, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Richard, for agenda item 4, that's just public comment, right? You want to speak on that? All right, sir, you're recognized.
Good evening. My name is Richard Hopp. I'm speaking as an individual, not as a commissioner for the LIC committee. As the new board members are going to be coming in, anything you do with the Department of Neighborhood Empowerment done, you get in writing. You do not trust them. They lie. They lack character. They're immature, and they don't care. And all their attitude is, so what? So one thing that needs to be done that I'm going to suggest, and if you need help, is always ask for it in writing. And always, if they will not put it in writing, memorialize it so you can protect your interests. Because if anything goes wrong, it becomes your liability. So tonight, there was supposed to, someone here was supposed to be here from Dunn. An attorney of mine called. They saw what was on the agenda for the LIC committee, and all of a sudden she got sick because the city attorney named Michael Dunn inquired about it, and all of a sudden she got sick. She's immature. I don't know what her qualifications are, and it's just sad. And I can't tell you, always get it in writing from Dunn. If you don't do it, you're going to create yourself a liability, or at least memorialize it, emailing to them at least when they say, well, we never got it because it went in the spam file. At least you could justify yourself. And you always carbon copy the executive committee. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Miriam or Donna, who wants to go first? Miriam, you have 15 minutes.
No, 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we need to replace that lady at the Dunn, and what Mr. Hopp said. I agree. We need to get someone else. We need to do something about that. And number 2, I didn't know any place where you had your executive meeting. I went over there Tuesday night. I thought you changed it to Tuesday night, but I was told it was still Monday nights. But still, all in all, there was no meeting, nothing.
Your husband was there, wasn't he?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Peter was at the last meeting.
He was. I saw him. I have a picture of him.
Not this
You're
one.
going to government.
All right.
Not this one.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair.
There he is. He's out there.
There was no public notice.
Hiding in the hole.
Yep,
Okay.
they were at fault.
Donna, hair man.
Yeah, luckily I got this one, but lately I haven't been getting any agendas lately. I don't know, somehow I was dropped off, and that's how we didn't get the copies. I would get the executive meeting at least saying when it was and where, and I didn't get that either. So I did get this one, so hopefully it means I'm back on the list and I'm not dropped off. And this agenda itself looks odd. I guess you couldn't get any better than this, because other than picking people, it doesn't look like those people that were over there. I don't know if they were all public comment, but I don't. That's not on the agenda, so I'm not sure exactly what this agenda is going to go for, except for elections and oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, I didn't get the right one. Okay, so hopefully things will go right. I see that, yeah, we need to get ready to Lady on the Don, and I hope things go back to normal and we get our money back and get some food and water. Thank you.
Rabina, then Candido.
I forgot her name.
Go for nonprofit, Rabina.
Hi, good evening. It's Rabina Sewell from California Safe School. Thank you very much for prior support. August the 25th of this year marks the 100th anniversary of the national parks, and they're encouraging students and classrooms to go on field trips to visit the parks. Unfortunately, the funding for that is very limited and only specific to fourth graders, and it's a come as you serve. So, you know, it's really going to depend what kind of funding. And so I had talked to the board members and their offices regarding some Title I schools that are here in this district: Sylvan Park, Van Nuys Elementary, Kester Elementary, Van Nuys Middle, and to allow them, with your assistance, to be able to go on 2 field trips from each school to the Santa Monica National Park. And so that could be the Malibu Lagoons. It's within the context of the national parks. It could be Peter Strauss Ranch. It could be Solstice Canyon. It could be Paramount. But it would be really helpful. The cost of the field trips can be as much as $400, if not more, for additional time. So if each of them, so I've made a request for $3,200 that would go directly to those schools so that they'd have that opportunity to visit those parks. So I don't know if you wanted to say anything.
Just to speak on the national parks, I used to actually intern at the Santa Monica Mountains National Recreation Area. This is an opportunity to break these kids out of this concrete and asphalt and show them something beautiful, right? Every day could be the best day of their lives. This could be one of those field trips that changes their lives, exposes them something that they've never seen before, and it's a beautiful opportunity. Please, $3,200 for all 8 of these field trips would be great.
All right.
Bravo. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, Ms. Marine, congratulations. 70% of Van Nuys Latino. You know, these people have represented Van Nuys, but they're going to look over you and say, "Oh, there I am." So, congratulations, Mr. President. You know, we've bounced heads, and even with Mr. Benjamin, but you guys have done a wonderful job. Really. Okay, I want to look at you and say, and look at you directly. You guys have carried the load. You guys, if it wasn't for the two of you and even Ms. Hopp, this council would have failed. But it's time to move on. It's time to move on. Gentlemen, thank you very, very much for your service. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because I look for people that really love Van Nuys, and you really did that. And you and I, sir, are from different areas, but we have a love for Van Nuys, and that's what's most important, love Van Nuys. And so that's why I hope that the next president from the neighborhood council is from Van Nuys, a resident of Van Nuys, a longtime resident of Van Nuys, and someone who, you know, really cares about this area. It's not about the next political move. It's about taking care of Van Nuys. You know, there was some controversy that there was some stuff that was going on with the election. Mr. Jeremy won his position because he worked hard. He was out there campaigning. He did his job. We have a lot of new people in here. We have a really good board. I'm really pleased. I think this, and I hope that the two of you will be there to give your wisdom and help us get to the right place, because Van Nuys can be a great spot. If you look what's happening north of Gilmore, Mr. President, it's becoming downtown LA. The homeless are controlling that. And those who have been here for many years, supposedly fighting for Van Nuys, their pockets are getting rich, their neighborhoods are getting everything they want. But you look at Van Nuys, and you look at the street and what's been allowed on that street. I'm public comment, please. Can you guys be quiet for once in a while? I didn't talk when you guys
Let him
were.
finish.
But it's got to be about Van Nuys, not about me, about you. It's got to be about Van Nuys. Thank you, Mr. President.
All right, that concludes public comment for tonight. Moving on to the Secretary's report. We currently have a secretary, but that will not be the case in about 15 minutes or so. Treasurer's report. Madam Treasurer. Ms.
George,
Raines.
but you do have the last minutes that I did.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Correct.
So the minutes have been circulated amongst the council. I make a motion that we approve the minutes from April.
Can I make a motion to amend those minutes?
Sure.
Just because I noticed it said, for outreach committee, and it said Van Nuys Elementary students sent to, Seaside for Maria.
Oh, did you do that?
I did that.
I'm sorry, because she took credit for it.
Well, she did do it.
She did. She stood up and talked about it and took credit for it. I'm sorry.
Well, Stacy got the education committee to do it.
Stacy, I would gladly do that, but remember, if you look to the right side of that page, it shows you as absent.
Yeah.
So that's why that happened. Had you been here, you could have made sure
Right,
that
so
was.
that's why I'm saying it now.
Yeah, I'll change it.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. You did it, you deserve it.
So the motion on the floor with the amendment is to adopt the minutes as is with the change of who gets credit.
Pardon? Yeah.
Do I have a second?
Second.
With that, I call for the vote. Howard, will you handle the vote, please, sir?
Certainly. George Thomas.
Yes.
Howard Benjamin, yes. Stacy Raines. Jason Ackerman.
Yes.
Boy, that's wrong on here. Well, it's written on here, Justin. All right, Paul and on.
Yeah, that's an old form, sorry.
I'm going to call him Justin.
Paul and on.
Don't call me Justin.
Thank you. John Camara.
Yes.
Carino has stepped out for the moment. He will return, so I'm going to put him down as a,
Abstain or?
no, I'm just going to put him down as
No vote.
absent for this one.
Welcome to the council. Thank you.
Okay, John Hendry,
Yes?
Jeffrey Lynn,
Yes.
Jerry Martin,
Yes.
Penny Meyer,
Yeah.
Kathleen Padden,
Yes.
Jeremy Pessoa,
Yes.
Jacob Lynn,
Yes.
Miss Marin.
Yes,
Miss Marin, what's your first name?
Veronica.
Veronica?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got it right.
Motion passes.
Yes.
Mr. Hopp, you had a comment card in on this?
Oh,
Number 5?
I'm sorry.
You wanna hold
I'm
on?
sorry, Mr. Lazaro.
Okay, that'll be under.
Apparently.
Yeah, I got you.
Yes, I am.
And Lazarovitz votes yes.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Treasurer's report. Ms. Raines.
So, the report process is gonna change a little bit, but what I can find, guys, for now, for the month of April, we spent $1,011 in operations and $463.08 in outreach, so a total of $1,474. And we still have about 18,000 in our account. But we have a lot of things that I'm writing lots and lots of checks for, so it's still going down. But yeah.
You're good? Yes, Rosemary.
I can't find it because the internet's really weird here, so I was gonna look through my email. It was sent by mail. By mail?
Oh, boy. That's
To
probably
where?
Post office.
I collect all the mail from the post office. There was nothing there except for planning.
It was a month ago, it was the day before last month's meeting, it was from Zoom Maniacs for $500.
Nothing there.
Well, it was easier, I may be mistaken, it was either emailed out or sent.
Probably
by
email.
mail.
Because he would have had it if it was in the box.
So, but it was definitely sent out.
Was this a request that we voted on, or?
It was requests that I brought up, and then I was given this form and sent it to her
All right.
at Crystal Castillo. And then I spoke with her a month ago, and she said she had sent it in. I didn't ask her whether she scanned it or.
Okay. Everybody who is considering any funding requests this evening, keep in mind that there are no funds available from the Van Nuys Neighborhood Council at this point in time. Our funds are frozen. We have no P-card, which is our charge card, our credit card, and we have no funds available to us. As per Dunn, as punishment, they have frozen our funds.
Punishment. For?
Punishment.
Yeah, I know.
For what?
Tell them.
For existing.
For-
So,
yeah.
moving on.
Doing a good job and not.
That sounds
playing their
funny.
game.
Do we have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
Seconded.
With that, I call for the vote. Mr. Vice President?
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Yes. Stacy Rains?
Yes.
Jason Ackerman?
Yes.
Paul Anon?
Yes.
John Camara?
Yes.
Carino, I'll have to put absent again. He went home to get all of the paperwork that was necessary for tonight's meeting because he wasn't aware of the fact that there was actually a meeting going on. John Hendry?
Yes.
So now what?
Joseph Lazarovitz?
This guy is passing.
Jeffrey Lynn?
Yes.
Jerry Martin? Penny Meyer?
Yes.
Kathleen Patton?
Yes.
Jeremy Pessoa?
Yes.
Jacob Lynn?
Yeah.
Veronica Marin?
No.
No.
Bravo.
Okay? Passes.
Very good. Moving on to item 7, we'll do committee chair reports and then hear from our elected officials' offices. Starting with outreach, Maria Skelton.
She's not here.
All right, next Parks and Rec, John Camara. Anything to report at this time?
Right now, I want to make a comment, but it has nothing to do with parks. Well,
Nothing
it's.
to do with rec?
I knew he was going to say that.
Well,
Yes, actually, it
Actually-
probably does. Go ahead, John.
Well, it has to do with city services. I have a good friend that lives on Sherman Way near the post office. So it's a federal building. It's not city building, but the palm trees are falling and hitting the cars. And he would like to see if we can get that fixed over there, the palm trees.
Have a committee meeting.
That would be Council District 6.
Hey, Guillermo.
What?
All right, loop Guillermo in.
Building and safety, okay.
And then also send an email to
Okay. All right, I will.
cities, to street services.
Okay,
With a
thanks.
chainsaw and deal
All
with
right.
it.
I can make a report on the parks. Well, but it's not positive news. It's just the fact that these dogs they go to the off-leash parks, and I've witnessed personally, they're not picking up after their dogs.
Oh, my.
So I just wish we
Yeah, that's
we can
correct.
fix that problem somehow. I don't know
On the
what
soccer
we're gonna do.
Sounds like a bunch of dog shit to me, but.
Anyhow, other than that, the parks and everything else is going smooth.
We gotta have meetings. Meetings.
Government affairs, bylaws, and oversight.
Charles is
Anything?
here. Charles is not here.
Okay, sustainability, anything?
We went to the Cool Blocks thing a couple of weeks ago. Not much news since then. Yeah, we should probably get a meeting going.
Very good.
Yep.
Education,
What kind of a report was that?
all right, very good. And public safety. All right, very good. Legislative Information Committee, the LIT Committee. Mr. Hawk.
Good evening. My name is Richard Hopp. I'm the chairman of the Legislative Information Committee, also known as LIC. This Saturday, we're having an agendized meeting. Is there anybody that would like to have a copy of the agenda?
Yes. I got it already.
Do you have it? Oh, I don't have one.
What, take two?
I'll take one.
You never know.
Excuse me, may I have a copy, please? Thank you.
Some questions about this agenda.
Can I have one, please?
Oh, no, this was my...
Thank you, Mr. Thank you.
Anybody else?
I do.
I have one.
It's like a duck on the opening day, on the first day of duck season.
Okay, one more thing. Anybody that needs assistance where you don't use computers and you would like me to mail you a copy at my cost? I have an envelope where you can put your name and address, I'll mail it to you. Did I get everybody? Oh, okay.
Everybody in the Stone Age.
I'm computer illiterate.
Okay, we're going to be having a meeting regarding certain issues. One is regarding a Brown Act issue regarding tonight. Second issue that we're going to be talking about is how, in my opinion, LAPD took 30 days to verify and put me through every loop in the world in which I had to engage counsel and do several Public Records Act requests on how to reserve the community room for a public meeting. We'll be talking about that. Second issue, another issue, we're going to be talking about the website committee and how to develop that a little bit more and so forth. So people will actually get emails that signed up, and we'll find out what those issues are. That's been brought up to my attention, and that will be discussed and rectified. And the last issue is that Mr. Henry brought up at the executive meeting is regarding disposition and destruction of records. And I have the person from the city that was going to be invited about 2 weeks ago that will tell you what needs to be done to destroy and dispose of records legally and what's required to retain under state law and ordinance. So that was very important. I would have put more on, but because of LAPD and their lack of communication with me, these are only other things. But I will be